evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again here on a Tuesday night for the Cyber Thunder Racing League. It's Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series coming at you live from Kansas Motor Speedway. It's the Twisted Twister 200. Say that 5 times fast all night long. How about it? Tonight's sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big shout out to, let me just pull them up here real quick. It's Mike Stiverson and Gary Bowman. So give those guys a shout out. Thank them for sponsoring tonight's race, the Twisted Twister 200. Going to be 134 laps tonight. Stage 1 ending on lap 35. Stage 2 ending on lap 70. We got 43 drivers out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It was first come, first serve. And then I tell you what, before I even got in the lobby was full up. So everybody excited to come out and race tonight. Also, real quick, I want to point out, if you look in the chat, pinned in the chat is a donation link. We all know what happened down south. The hurricanes down there. North Carolina's flooded. There's a few drivers that are missing tonight because of the hurricane down south. You got $1, you got $5. Click that donation link and spread some love down there for the victims for the hurricane recently. Because, you know, Lord, the government ain't going to do it for them. Anyway. It's also, there's a link in the description of this live stream too as well, but also in the chat, I pinned the donation link. Be sure to throw everybody, you know, a couple bucks if you got it, help somebody out. They'd greatly appreciate it, and so would I. Something a little bit different tonight. You see, we went back to 1080p. I want everybody's opinions on that. Let me know how you feel about it. I think the names are going to be easier to read for everybody, but I've been talking a lot. It's time to get this thing going. What do you say we head down trackside for a pre-race ceremony? So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it every week, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Like a couple of his videos, give him a subscription at the very least. It is free, helps him out a ton. We'd greatly appreciate it over here. Josh provides pretty much all the music, if not, or yeah, pretty much all the music here on Truson Productions. So go ahead and give him a little love. We greatly appreciate it. Joshua Rutherford, Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Qualifying underway right now. We're taking a look at the number 88 of Amanda Sherman. Currently 10th on the charts with a 31.69. Top of the board right now is Landon Cardulo in the number 38, I believe it should be. Showing 31, but Amanda just finished up her qualifying run. We'll go on, Landon, unless he changed his number on me. I think it should be a 38. He's ran 38 all year long. Yeah, it is. 38. Hosted session tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so numbers may be a little wonky on timing and scoring. However, should be a bigger timing and scoring for y'all to see the names. Should be able to be a little bit more legible this evening. But Cardulo on pole right now as it stands. Let's take a look at Matthew Semple. Remember, Matthew won last week on strategy Barely took it from Dalton Kilbro. He's 6th on the board right now as he finishes up his qualifying run. 31.25 for the 24 of Semple. Gary Bowman, looks like he finished up his run, one of tonight's sponsors. He's sitting 18th right now. Jason Higginbottom is out there as well, finished up his run. Quick time for the number 81, Dustin Ping, 31.09. 31.09 for Dustin Ping. I know it's showing 31.08 on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. I'm going by what my timing and scoring says. It likes to be one number off for some odd reason. I don't know why. Logan Truitt finished up his run just now. Oh, new quick time, number 18 of Chris Harefield. Now, he was at the top of the charts in practice, so not surprising to see that number 18 up near the front of the field. He was fast at Vegas. Kansas is a little bit similar to Vegas, so I'm not surprised to see the number 18 of Chris Harefield up at the front, but 31.07 for Harefield. Greg Mitchell out on track right now. Looks like finishing up his qualifying run, currently 7th with a 31.19. Cody Heinzman as well, 31.09. Sitting in 3rd for the number 28 NOS Energy Drink Toyota Tundra. Second sponsor of the night, Mike Stiverson. Just finished up his run with a 31.18. Tom Richter, 14th league owner, 31.24. Corey Sherman coming across the line to finish up his run in that number 3 Savage Edge Graphics Toyota Tundra. 31.22 goes up to 14th position for Corey Sherman. It looks like everybody who wanted to take a time has taken a time, so while we wait for the drivers to start gridding up here, we only got about 20 more seconds. I want to go ahead and point out one more time, if you got $1, you got $5, you got $10, you got $1,000 you want to donate, there's a link pinned in the chat tonight and also in the description of this live stream for the Red Cross. Be sure to donate to the hurricane victims. As I said, there's a few drivers that were not able to make it here tonight because of the hurricane down south. So if you could, please help them out. We'd greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure they would as well. That wraps up qualifying. It looks like Harefield's going to keep it on pole. So congratulations to Harefield. You know what time it is, though? Time to get this show on the road. Chris Harefield's going to be starting on the pole here tonight with Dustin Payton, who is outside in 2nd. Cody Heinzman going to be starting in 3rd with Landon Cardulo, who is outside. Brett Wright going to be starting 5th. Jason Higginbottom in 6th. Mike Stiverson, tonight's sponsor, in 7th. Eric Anderson in 8th. Greg Mitchell 9th. And Chris D. Rose rounds out the top 10. Logan Truitt's going to be starting in 11th with Mike Donahue, who is outside in 12th. Moving on down, Doug Wasaki is going to be starting 13th with Corey Sherman, who's outside in 14th. Tom Richter, league owner, going to be starting in 15th with Matthew Semple, last week's winner, starting in 16th. Andy Cork is going to be rolling off P17 with Dave Gainford, who's outside in 18th. Tanner Carlson going to be rolling off in 19th position with Jackie Brannon in 20th. Rick Thompson starting 21st. He's got Chris Dorsey, who is outside in 22nd. Steven Music going to be starting 23rd with Ray Richards starting in 24th. Nathan Dufton going to be starting 25th. He's got Andrew Caldwell, who is outside in 26th. Jimmy Geikis is going to be starting in 27th with Amanda Sherman, who is outside in 28th. Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, in that number 89, going to be starting in 29th position with George Cushman rolling off in 30th. Gary Bowman, the other sponsor for tonight's Twisted Twister 200, he's going to be starting 31st. Who's outside is going to be Ed Jurgen in the 92. Casey Campbell going to be starting in 33rd. Brian Dorsey 34th. Scott Clemens Baker in 35th. Reed Wyman 36th. 37th, Bradley Murphy. Michael Murphy Jr. 38th. James Morris 39th. Tommy Fox 40th. Fred Thompson 41st. Jeff Pfeiffer in 42nd. And Casey Tomlinson shotgun on the field tonight in 43rd position. 134 laps. It's the Twisted Twister 200. Let's get it on here at Kansas. Green flag is out and we're racing. CC Harefield elected to take that top side as we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. I think that was a good move out of the number 18, but Dustin Payton all over that back bumper there on the bottom side. See Hines been there trying to get around Cardullo. A little wiggle out of the number 81 as we go down the back straightaway. 28's going to try and push him down into turns 3 and 4. Cardullo moving up to the top side of the racetrack there behind the number 18. As we come around to complete lap number 1, looks like Dustin Ping going to be the leader on lap 1. Side by side for second right now as we go back down into turns 1 and 2. The 18 of Harefield goes up to use that high line. Something you got to watch though on that high line, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is faster. However, it is going to burn your tires up a lot quicker here tonight. Little anonymous tip I got from somebody in the race. That's all I'm going to say. You might want to try running the bottom for a little bit, then move up to the high line to build back up your momentum. Or maybe even run the bottom in 1 and 2, top in 3 and 4, or vice versa. See, Harefield goes all the way up to the top. Last time by Dustin Payton, 31-23, fastest lap of the race thus far. As we come to take lap number 4 of 134. Fuel run tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as well. We're looking at about 30 to 35 laps. I always give a little bit of a gap. I know the exact amount, but I don't want to give it away. So stage 1, that's a lap 35. I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't get a caution in that designation lap range, which is 5 laps beforehand, these drivers are going to have to pit. Big wiggle right there out of Higginbottom in that number 40. He almost even got the wall with the right rear quarter panel. 44. Sorry. Man, everybody got their numbers all messed up tonight. Thunder TV out in chat says, let's go Logan and Landon. TRF strong, baby. Love to see it. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you coming out here on True Sim Productions. So everybody's starting to kind of single file out. We got a little bit of a hornet's nest going on back here. You got Greg Mitchell, Brett Wright, Mike Stiverson. They're all in the midst of this right now. A little bit of smoke up ahead of them. Doesn't look like anything happened major. We got one down on pit road. It looks like a few drivers having some issues. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened. So it looks like 65 got up in the wall, came down, got into Caldwell. And I tell you what, that's something that we see a lot. Your first reaction when you get stuck in a wall like this, crank that wheel hard left and you see the result of it right here. But while we were doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, we got an issue. We got a caution flag out on the speedway. I think Mike's, oh, big accident on the backstretch here. Mike Stiverson involved. Right and Logan Truitt. See if we can't see what happened here. Oh, man. Can't really call that one netcode. So I'm going to slow it down here. It looks like they come off the corner. And I don't know if, yeah, Truitt just kind of comes up. And right there, gets into the 54 and basically kind of turns himself around. Stiverson just an innocent victim to this one. So that's the first caution of the night right there, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin Payton continues to lead the way. Let's see if I can't try and do something here real quick. So please bear with me one moment here, ladies and gentlemen. I greatly appreciate it. There we go. Had to fix that real quick. Gotta love SDK. I tell you what, everybody, SDK is just so much fun to work with. And if you can't tell my sarcasm, well, it was sarcasm. Lap 8 of 134. And since we got that fixed, let's see if we can't go back and take a look at that one more time. This time checking it out from the TV1 angle there. You see Stuyvesant. He got a little damage. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. He's going to have to come down pit road, get that fender banged out. But see, from that angle, it almost looks like the 54 comes down. But if you watch the other angle, the far chase camera, it is kind of clear as day. The 98, oh no, maybe not. It is, you know what? Let's take a look at it from Brett Wright. Let's take a look at it from Brett Wright right here. He might have came down, honestly. The more I'm looking at it, I might have to put that on a 54. But I'm curious to think what y'all think out in chat, so go ahead and let us know. I think if I'm a betting man, which I'm not, I'm putting it on the 54. Got Landonia out in chat, says, let's go Michael Murphy Jr. I'll give you an update on old Michael Murphy Jr. in that number 97. He's back in 26th right now. Believe it or not, already up 12 positions since the start of this race. Interesting looking paint scheme. I actually kind of like that paint scheme. The Joker on there. And again, everybody, I'm going to be pushing it all night long. Link pinned in the chat, also in the description. Red Cross, donate to the hurricane victims. That's all. You ain't sounding biased. I understand where you're coming from, but you know, I like asking the chat who they think was at fault, and you know, you say 54, you say 54. We looked at it from a couple of different angles, and the first time I looked, it looked like it was the 98. But you look at it in another angle, you come to find out it looks like it was the 54. I'd put it on a 54. Also, everybody out in chat, let me know how you like the new setup. We went back to 1080p to kind of let people basically read the names. And we actually have the ability to use two different tickers, basically, or the tower and the ticker. So we got the one that you're seeing right now, and I can also use the classic one that we've been using all season. Let me know in the chat which one you like, which one you don't like. I kind of use the top ticker just because it shows the trucks a little bit more, but you know, we go with what the fans want here on TSP. Down to the restart zone, Dustin Ping in control, green flag back out in the air. Lap of 11 of 134. Still a long way to go in this one, but only a few laps until, well, not a few, about 20 or so laps until we get to the end of stage number 1. Well, with that caution, I don't think drivers are going to have to pit now. I don't think we're going to be seeing green flag stops here since we had that caution already early. Ping out to the lead once again. You see Heinzman back there running in third. He's trying to take third away from Higginbottom. Landon Cardullo running the top back there in fifth. Greg Mitchell to the inside of Cardullo right now, trying to take that fifth spot away from the number 38. Side by side as we go back down into turns 3 and 4. Cardullo all the way up top. Mitchell all the way down on the bottom. Eric Anderson. Had a couple of bad races recently, but doing a good job right now running up inside the top 10. However, don't look now. You also got Corey Sherman up there. His luck has not been the best all season, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what. He gets up there, he falls back. He gets up there, he falls back. Just can't seem to get it home this season. Maybe tonight will be the number 3's night in the Savage Edge Graphics Toyota Tundra. While we were watching that, Harefield running that high line, he got back up into the lead. Like I said, we saw him up near the front at Vegas, so it's good to see him leading here at Kansas. Very similar tracks. As everybody knows, though, Kansas is highline dominant. However, you're obviously going faster on that high line. So what that means is you're not turning the wheel as much, but because you're going faster, you're wearing those right side tires a lot quicker than you would if you would run the bottom. And I think there's a few drivers back here who know that strategy. I think you can see them. Corey's running the bottom. You got Greg Mitchell running the bottom. You got Heinzman running the bottom. One going down is that Semple. Matthew Semple. Problems for the 24. See if we can't go back and see what happened to Matt. Did he maybe get a little help? We might have to back it up a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's back it up and see if we, you know what? I think somebody tried to pull a slide job on him. He had to get out of the gas. Great job if he doesn't hit the inside wall. Oh, with the rear end. Not much damage, though. He should be okay. But I tell you what, that slide job, when you commit to a slider, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta commit, and you gotta commit right now. You can't just float it up there like that. Gotta take back what I said. He did come up a little quicker than what I thought the first time I watched it. But you know, that's really unfortunate. Some other issues going on here from Mike Donahue. Just gets to the outside wall, gets a push there from the 35 of Chris Rose. They save it, and we continue green flag racing. Good job saving it by those guys. Back up to the front, Harefield has lost 2 positions since we were checking out those incidents. And now the new race leader is Dustin Payne. Right behind him, the 44 of Jason Higginbottom. Yeah, I got to agree. That was a really good save, honestly, by all 3 of those guys. Semple especially, he got the rear end, but the good thing about that is that can be fixed. Better than nosing it into the inside wall, breaking that radiator, and really damaging your truck. You don't want that, obviously. He can deal with a little bit of, you know, aero issues, and it can be fixed. But you hit the nose of this truck, it's game over. We saw Higginbottom, he got big time sideways off of 2. Now, he's got to watch doing that. He's going to get that right rear really hot, and it's not going to have any grip later in the race. And these guys are just going to run him down later on. He's going to burn that tire off a lot quicker than he is intending to. Also, something I like to point out, we got a couple of drivers tonight on in-car camera. How about it? As always, the man with the rock in his shoe, Ray Richard. Got Cody Heinzman running in 3rd. He's been running that bottom line all night thus far. Maybe he has something figured out that everybody else doesn't. Seems to be working for him right now, but who knows what it's going to do later in the run. So big shout out to these 2 drivers coming in and getting on in-car camera. That's the other perk, ladies and gentlemen, about going back to the 1080p format, is that the cameras are a little bit bigger. We can kind of see them a little bit better, a little bit bigger. So lap 22 of 134. Just a few laps shy, a little over 10 laps right now before we end stage number 1. You see right now, Heinzman definitely has something figured out because he made it look easy getting around Higginbottom. However, remember a couple laps ago, we saw Higginbottom get loose. Was that a product of him just burning the tires off? Because you see Greg Mitchell right behind him, right on that rear bumper. He's getting ready to pass that number 44 here shortly. I want to see a couple slide jobs here tonight. That's what I want to see. I'm a dirt guy. I want to see a couple sliders. Are we going to see one here? Mitchell down to the bottom. And he got it. Slide job out of the number 55. Great move. Puts him up into third. Cardullo is now setting himself up to do the same thing. Does he pull a slider here in 1 and 2? Let's find out. Comes up. Gonna slam it all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Get that clear call from his spotter and just slide up in front of that 44. Does he get it? He does. Put Cardullo up into 4th position. So Higginbottom definitely has burned his stuff up a little bit as you see him starting to go backwards. How about this? I'm just noticing this. Derek Paulson, that number 99. New paint scheme for Derek, and I love that paint scheme. I don't care what anybody says. Jeff Burton had one of the greatest paint schemes back in the early 2000s and 90s. He had a lot of good paint schemes, but this one is iconic. The Exide 99, just that pink and blue and black, it all just fits well. I love it. Derek Paulson getting around Chris Airfield right now. He's up 13 spots since the drop of this green flag, sitting in 6th. See if we got any big movers tonight. How about Bradley Murphy in the 07? And Jack Daniels, Chevy Silverado, up 19 spots since drop of the green flag. Having a really good run out here. Just really slowly and methodically working his way up through the field. Doing a really good job. Back up front, it's still Dustin Ping, but don't look now because right behind him is Cody Heinzman. And that's the gap. And you know what? Because we always seem to get Cody on board, well, in car. Let's take a couple laps here with Cody Heinzman. Kind of watch what, as he gets into the wall, he's going to love that I caught that. Let's watch Heinzman go around here for a lap. Really sending it into the corner, barely off the throttle. Making that bottom lane work though, starting to slowly reel in the number 81 of Dustin Ping, but don't look now, you got Greg Mitchell and Landon Cardullo. They're trying to throw their hat in the ring on this battle as well. Now Cody's been running the bottom the whole time. Mitchell and Cardullo have been running the top. Mitchell and Cardullo have been running down the 28, but it's been very, very slowly. Lap 30 of 134, about 5 more laps to go before we end stage number 1. Dustin Ping actually extended that gap just a little bit. Very, very minimal. Only about maybe half of a tenth. We are in the designation window though, ladies and gentlemen. What that means is if a caution were to come out right now, that would end the stage. Cardullo's trying to make a move here on Mitchell. Looking to the inside. Looks like Mitchell may have had a little wiggle there coming out of 4. Cardullo's going to take a peek to the inside. He's right on that back bumper, giving him a shot down the front straightaway. How about that? Cardullo's got this thing figured out. You see how he's running just a little bit higher? I think he's a little bit more comfortable up near the wall, because look at the run he's getting on the 55 here. I don't know if maybe he got a little loose right there, but he had to back out of it. Now he's running a little bit lower, just trying to get air on the front of that truck. Adds downforce to the front of the truck, helps the truck turn in the corner. Heinzman still trying to reel in Dustin Peng. Peng's been running that high line all night long. He's making it work right now. Still the race leader. He's got about, it's only about a 2/10 gap over Heinzman as they run. Cardullo making a move on Mitchell here. Not able to get it though. Mitchell's going to have the run on the high side. Gonna slide up in front of him right here. He does. Nice slide job out of, oh, big time sideways for the 38. That allows the crossover to happen. What does Mitchell do? Does he pull a slider right back? I don't think he's got enough room for it. Cardullo is going to have the momentum on the top side now as we come to complete lap 35. We got a battle for the stage win here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the last lap before the green and white checkered flies for stage number 1. Heinzman down to the bottom, Peng up top. Peng's gonna have the run out of the corner. Heinzman's gonna have to throw a slide job here. Down the back stretch. What does he do? Does he send it in? I don't think he's gonna clear him. Coming out of the corner. Side by side down the line. Looks like it might, oh, it's too close to call right now. Cody Heinzman as they run right now, but remember the 10th place driver has to cross the line, so they got to keep racing. But as they cross the line, it's been Heinzman. Caution flags out. That'll end the stage, get the stage win to Cody Heinzman in the number 28. How about it? We got problems maybe for Dustin Peng. Peng might be out of fuel. Something going on with Dustin Peng, ladies and gentlemen. Slow on the track to number 81. Let's go on board and see if we can't. I think he might be out of fuel, everybody. Man, that's crazy. I don't know how everybody else was able to finish it out and he wasn't. He's the only one. Interesting. Gonna be a busy pit road here. Heinzman leads him down. Oh, problems for Heinzman. He had to really get on the brakes. Not seeing any penalties yet. I think he's good. Maybe downshifted a little too early or something. Something happened there to the 28. Good job everybody else not running him over too. So everybody's probably going to get 4 fresh tires here and a fresh tank of go-go juice. Race off pit road. It's going to give it to Landon Cardullo. How about it? Now remember, Heinzman did have that little brush with the wall. So I'm wondering if maybe he elected, you know what, I won the stage. Got to get some repairs done. I'm just going to go ahead and get it done now while we're under caution. I know I'm going to lose the track position, right? but it's going to benefit me later in the race because he's going to get another caution here at lap 70. As you got it right there in the chat, Cody Heisman, 1 minute optional from my wall slap. Can't believe I won the stage still. Yeah, you know, I think they fixed these trucks, Cody, since the last time I raced them. At least they used to be like paper mache, ladies and gentlemen. You would just brush the wall and your truck would be probably good 3 to 4 miles an hour slower. So I think iRacing has fixed that issue because Cody was still able to rock and roll and win that first stage even with a little bit of a wall slap. So with that being said, we're going to jump to a quick commercial, just a real quick one. And I just want to point out again, link in the chat, pinned in the chat, also in the description of this live stream. Go ahead and donate to the Red Cross to help out the people down south from the hurricanes. But if you don't like hurricanes, I need you to call this man. If you like hurricanes, I also need you to call this man. Let's hear from Rick Thompson.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
252-261-2000. Hit up Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks realty specialist. I heard he'll get you a good deal. I see Jay's out in chat saying, love those chimichangas, Lando. You know what? We've been talking about it the last couple weeks, his paint scheme being the Long John Silver scheme. And I saw it when I came into the session tonight that he had chimichangas on it. I remember you pointing that out to me, Jay, a couple weeks ago. And I thought it was really funny that he had chimichangas on the side of his truck. So finally got rid of that Long John Silver's paint scheme. Wasn't a bad paint scheme. I like the colors on it at least. Not a fish guy. But the chimichanga paint scheme seems to be working for him because now he's up in the race lead here with 4 fresh tires. Want to see what he's going to do here with stage number 2. All right, I hope they don't fail me. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do. Pace car is going to come down. Cardullo chooses the inside lane. How about it? Let's crank it up. Every time. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get a crank it up in here tonight. I promise. I can't let you guys go without a full crank it up. I'll tell you that right now. Not going to happen. Not on my watch. We got to go see what happened. There's a lot that kind of went down. Let's check out this first incident real quick. See what we got going on here. Oh, the 41 comes down to the 42. That's that's what caused some contact right there. Obviously, no caution brought out by those two, but I think it was this one right here. Ooh. Fred Thompson kind of got an electrical issue. Man, I tell you what, class act out of that number 24 right there. We're going to go back. We're going to watch it again. This is what a lot of drivers need to learn, is this right here. Gets into Fred. Fred comes down, gets into the 24. 24 gets in the left rear of Fred, but look how hard he got on the brakes to not get into that 78 again. Let him gather that truck back up. That's a class act out of the number 24, Matthew Semple. I mean, hard on the brakes. Great job. I don't think Fred hit anything either. As he blinks out right there, comes back, they make contact, and that's a scary feeling, ladies and gentlemen. What happens when basically what we call blinking out in iRacing is your car is still on the track, but everybody else disappears. Everybody else disappears. So he had no idea where anybody was, and your first instinct is to turn left to try to get away from everybody, right? But no damage really to Fred Thompson. Great job. Taffy out in chat says, let's go Michael Murphy Jr. I tell you what, just because you guys are out there, you're asking nice. I'll give you a Michael Murphy Jr. update. Running 34th right now in that number 97. He is having a good run. He's keeping the truck clean. Up 4 spots at the start of this race right now. Gotta mind his own business, you know, saving some time. You know, he's just waiting until the end of the race to make some moves, right? Thank you for shouting him out. We love Michael Murphy Jr. Anytime, not a problem. If drivers come out and race and they got some fans out in the chat, we got to show them on camera. Normally what I'll do as well, we get into the third stage, we get a little bit longer of a run. I try to go through the field to at least get every driver in the race some kind of camera time. Obviously, just like, real life, we got to watch the front, got to watch the leaders and see who's winning the race, but everybody deserves a little bit of camera time. The one thing, I'm going to say it on stream, I'm going to get with the league owner, Tom, here probably next week. I'd like me to have a little bit more permissions in the Discord, so maybe during these cautions, I can pull drivers up and we can talk to them. Kind of see what's going on behind the wheel, from the first person point of view, essentially. Something that we normally do here on TSP, but because I don't have certain permissions in the Discord, I can't move people from channel to channel like I normally can. Only from one channel, which is when we do post-race interviews. Now, Taffy, if you think that's a great idea, I need you to go back on the TSP channel and go check out a Blazing Pedals broadcast from about last year sometime. Because we use TeamSpeak over there, and I had this plug-in on TeamSpeak, and what it added a great touch to the broadcast, in my opinion. I'd love to be able to do this everywhere, but most leagues don't use TeamSpeak. But what would happen is I'd pull somebody up into the broadcast booth, and it would sound like they were coming through the radio, just like you would see on TV. I thought that was honestly the coolest thing ever. But back to the race. Mitchell is leading. Takes the inside outside lane. We're going to try one more time. One more time. Crank it up. Stuff. We got through it. I love it. Let's crank it up. Cameras are amazing. Greg Mitchell continues to lead away, but a driver has been making some headway. Here is the number 3 of Corey Sherman. Up 12 spots since the start of this race. Now running in second, trying to run down the 55 of Mitchell. Everybody doing a fantastic job. You saw Mitchell fighting hard there with Derek Paulson, that number 99. Don't look now, though. Harefield, he's coming back up into this mix. Also, I want to point out, remember Heinzman, he had issues earlier. Slapped the wall, had to come down, get that fixed up. Now back here in the 32nd position, just slowly trying to work his way through the field, right behind the 97 of Michael Murphy Jr. Three-way battle for the lead going on right now. Greg Mitchell leads it. Corey Sherman second. Chris Harefield in third. Remember, stage 2 ends on lap 70. Coming to 71. Now, I hope I did this right, which I'm pretty sure I did, but I got to bring this up. Points, right? That's what the points are going to look like if we were to go to Milwaukee next week. You see, Greg Mitchell's got to win, or he's got 2 wins. Heinzman's got to win. Harefield, Cardulo, Semple, they all got to win. They're all locked into the top 10 here for the playoffs later in the season. So if you guys are enjoying it, you're enjoying the broadcasting, come on back, because the playoffs are where it's going to start to get wild. And if you're watching and you're not sure yet, I'll make you be sure. Hit that subscribe button. We just rolled over 700 subscribers. Trying to make that push to 1,000. Would make our year if we could hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I like to be a little bit more realistic. If we could get up to 800 by the end of the year, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to keep pushing it all night, ladies and gentlemen. In the chat, it's pinned. Not only that, it's in the description. Go ahead and go donate $5 to the Red Cross and help out the hurricane victims. I'd greatly appreciate it, and the league would appreciate it as well. That's what they're kind of racing for here tonight. Again, a few drivers not able to make it because of the hurricanes. Let's do it for a good cause, shall we? Mitchell still continuing to lead the way. How about Cardullo looking to the inside of Harefield right now? As we go back down the front stretch, lap 58 of 134. Caution out on the speedway. Problems. Looks like Richter and Higginbottom may have gotten into it a little bit. I'm not sure if that's what caused the caution. I'll bring it up and see if we can't figure it out. How about it? So Higginbottom kind of comes down the track. Looks like they might have just made a little contact. No harm, no foul. I think it was just maybe one of them Ghost 4Xs. Let's go see what happened. I think it was Amanda Sherman involved, and oh yeah. Now, if I know Amanda, she's cursing up a storm right now in Discord with her teammates. I'll put money on it, actually. Let's take another look at it. See right here. That's Chris D. Rose in the 35. He just comes up the track, gets into Amanda. Really nowhere for Amanda to go on that one. She gave him plenty of room. I just think it was a misjudgment call on the 35. One more time. I don't know. We'll let the chat decide. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Few drivers elected to come down pit road. Mitchell on pit road. Higginbottom, Music, Pfeiffer, they're all on pit road. Corey Sherman stays out and takes over the race leading at number 3. And since he's leading, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Get a little word from Savage Edge Graphics.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Sherman on Facebook, Savage Edge. He will put your name on anything except shot glasses. Makes good stuff too. Made all my work shirts, my work hoodies. I got a Savage Edge hat from him. Corey does really good work when it comes to t-shirts, stickers, stuff like that. Want your iRacing car on a t-shirt, do it. I tell you what, with winter coming up, y'all might want to invest in a couple of those kitten holders. Now, a few drivers came down and pit, topped off on fuel. I bet that was to try and make it to the end of the stage. Corey Sherman takes the high side on this restart. Down the restart zone, green flag back out in the air. So there's only a few laps to go before the end of the stage. Cardullo looking to the inside of Sherman, trying to take the lead away. Got Harefield and Paulson fighting back there. Paulson's gonna go around. Is he? No. Great save out of the 99. How in the world did he save that truck? I don't know how he did it. Everybody's trying to get around him right now as he tries to go back. Oh, and he's gonna. Oh my God! Oh, we got the big one! Oh God, the big one in Kansas! What just happened? Okay, a lot to unpack there, ladies and gentlemen. A lot to unpack there. Let's go ahead and start with the initial contact: Derek Paulson and Chris Harefield, shall we? Hard to tell what exactly happened right there. Let's go back and take one more look at it. I think Paulson might have just jerked the wheel a little bit. Yeah, he starts to enter the corner and Harefield kind of pinched him up near the wall. So that's on Paulson, 100%. But look at this save. Look at this. I mean, just wheeling it. Great save out of Paulson right there. But then I don't know what is about to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to watch it for the first time live. Here we go. Hard to tell. I mean, it's really not. You know, let's watch it again. So Paulson, he's just running his line. And I mean, Scott Clemens Baker, we call him Wild Man 2.0. I mean, he just comes up the track like nobody's there. But it doesn't end there. There's more. Believe it or not, actually quite a few drivers did a really good job getting through that. Bradley Murphy got a piece of it. Right there, he got a piece of it. I think George Cushman might have gotten some as well. Yeah, the 98 of Truett. Truett had a big issue. Let's see what happened to Truett. So that's just everybody trying to avoid the wreck, right, ladies and gentlemen? So we're going to go back here. We'll slow it down for you. Watch the 7 up top here. Comes down. I mean, he pushes Wyman down into Truett. There's nothing Wyman can do right there at all. So Truett just wrong place, wrong time. If anything, you say that's on Cushman because, you know, and I get he's trying to avoid the wreck, but, you know, that's where the situational awareness comes in, right? You got to know where your truck's at all times. Right there. I mean, boom, and that's what happened there. So it wasn't really a big one. It looked worse than it did at first. But, man, that was an interesting one to say the least. Sala said it best in chat. Just wow. So, you know, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just sitting here trying to process that. There was a lot going on there, and you know, it's Kansas. Where are you going to go? There's only so many lanes. Kyle Wimble out in chat. Good to see you, Kyle. Says that Jimmy truck is a rocket. Leading the way right now. Get you Michael Murphy Jr. fans an update. 29th. I know there's a few of you out in chat. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Only we're going to get 2 laps to the end of the stage. So who did this benefit really for those drivers that came down and pit? Actually, it looks like Mitchell's still on pit road. So, oh, you know what? That was a fuel only stop. I figured he'd take tires there. Maybe he took tires the last time, but he came down pit road and stopped. That's actually not a bad call because everybody else is going to have to come down pit road. He's probably going to try and stay out here due to it being to the end of the stage. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn down to pit road. Green flag back out in the air. Not a good launch for the 3 of Corey Sherman. Kind of was sleeping on that one a little bit. Great launch for the number 38 as we go barreling back down into turns 1 and 2. Harefield wants them points. Not only that, how about this? Tom Richter up here in 3rd. Richter having a really good run here tonight, trying to slide up in front of Corey. Corey's going to put his nose there. Oh, man, was that close. Last lap for the stage. Dan Landon Cardulo taking home. Remember, stage 1 was taken home by 28. Heinzman. My brain didn't want to work there for a second. We're going to see a big move out of Harefield. I think he's going to be happy with 2nd. Still good stage points. Out of turn 4. Remember, the 10th place truck has to cross the line before we see the yellow. There it is. So give the stage win to 38. Mr. Chimichanga, Landon Cardulo. I think we just got a nickname for old Landon. What do y'all think? Mr. Chimichanga. So the real question is what's going to happen now with pit stops? Because there was quite a few drivers who came down on that last caution to top off, get fresh tires and everything, knowing that the stage was going to end in 2 laps. So there's a lot of different strategies being played right here. I'm going to go out and say about 50% of the field, it's kind of split in half on strategy. Cardulo is going to lead him down. Actually, it looks like everybody kind of coming down pit road. There was a few drivers who stayed out. Steven Music, the 09, he stayed out. Heinzman, to get him track position once again. He stayed out. And how about this? Amanda Sherman up here in that number 88, sitting third. Love to see it. Where's my Michael Murphy Jr. fans out in chat? Because he's up to fifth. 33 spots gained on the race so far. A little bit of strategy for the 97. He came down on lap 65. He got a full tank of Go-Go Juice, 4 fresh tires to get that track position at the end of the stage here. So now the real question is, what are we going to see here? Because we only got 61 laps to go. It's probably going to be under, I want to say about 58 laps to go when we take the green flag. What I'm getting at is, so we had these drivers come in, they pit about 7 laps before everybody else who decided to finish the stage and get the stage points. So they can go a little longer on fuel. We're only going to have to stop. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say only one more time. So you can do about 30 to 34 laps on fuel, 35 laps on fuel if you stretch it. Really no reason to fuel save here tonight. I think everybody's going to pretty much be solid on fuel. If you can make it to lap 101, 101, you'll make it the rest of the way. Guaranteed. And that's even if you come down and you cross the start finish line in pit road on 101, you'll make it. Tell you what, Steven Music's got ballpark Franks on that truck, and that's making me hungry. Fires them off, and we got 59 laps to go. Brett Wright up into the 3rd position. Amanda back there in 4th. She's looking to the inside of right, but caution's going to come out immediately. What happened here? Oh goodness. Greg Mitchell was involved. Let's see what happened. I wasn't really paying attention to the restart. So let me just back it up here and see what's going on. Yeah, let's get you guys replay here. Oh my goodness. I think this is just a lack of awareness, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we got a truck. I think that's Fred Thompson. That's the 78. He's going slow, but I mean, You got to be able to see that, right? At least to me, you got to be able to see that because the truck in front of him doesn't move at all. And Mitchell just runs over the 57, ping into the back of the 55. I think Caldwell might have got a piece of this as well. He did. So I'm not sure what happened to Caldwell. Let's go back and see what happened to Caldwell. So, I mean, everybody just stacks up, but... Yeah, I mean, I know there was a slow driver, but that's, you know, you got to have situational awareness on that. You got to see that he's going slow. At least in my eyes. We'll let the chat decide on that one. I mean, you see Clemens Baker up there right behind the 57. I don't think he sees it, but he drops down low and he stays low. He gave plenty of room for those guys too. And we got someone out in chat. It's Lindonia. He says that could have been avoided for sure. And you know what? I have to agree. That one could have 100% been avoided. 100%. It is difficult. I mean, the thing is, you also got to remember there could be drivers. I race in VR, so I can look around. There's some drivers running single monitor. You can't really tell what's up to your right or left that quickly. I'm not dogging on these guys. I just think that was definitely, like you said, 100% avoidable. It could have been avoidable. You got a slow truck, you just try to go around them. You don't keep your foot in the gas. You see everybody slowing up. Yeah, everything does happen very quickly. That is true. Everybody makes mistakes. Like I said, I'm not dogging on nobody. It happens. You see something like that at your front windshield. Now, I'll give Mitchell a little bit of a break because he probably didn't see anything until the 57 moved up. But the 57 saw the 78 going slow. That's unfortunate too, because that was Mitchell. Obviously, he was in. You know, he's in the playoffs already. He's locked in. 57 was Tommy Fox. Oh, y'all love watching them race so much. You know where to come. Tuesday nights, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. True Sim Productions. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like that video. Helps us out a lot. Tell your friends. Up and coming broadcast network. We've done everything from charity races that have raised over, if I'm not mistaken, $3,000 for Toys for Tots. Not to mention $3,000 for a family in need. We've done the Snowball Derby, the big one on iRacing that the big drivers are, you know, involved with. Parker Retzlaff, Ryan Kuhn, like those guys that were racing in the Snowball Derby, that's on the channel as well. We got a Discord full of people who watch Michael every week. Well, you tell them don't be afraid to come on over. I know how Discord works. One of you streaming it to everybody. You tell them come on over. The biggest thing, I love it when y'all are in the chat. Probably one thing, if anybody's noticed, a lot of other broadcasting networks that do iRacing stuff, they do not communicate with their chat. That is something we do here over on TSP. Sets us apart from everybody else. Well, Landoni, I greatly appreciate it. That really, it does mean a lot. Thank you very much. Green flag back out in the air. How about the jump there from Music? But Heinzman wasn't sleeping this time. He got a good jump as well. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Heinzman looking for the race lead here in 1 and 2. He can slide up and take it. New race leader Cody Heinzman on lap 81. 54, Brett Wright's going to try and follow him on through. How about Amanda Sherman up here in the top 5? I know her teammates have been telling her, get more aggressive. And look, it's paying off for her up here in the top 5. Michael Murphy Jr. running that top line right now. I might get stuck in the middle here. Cardullo goes up top. Oh, comes down the track a little bit. Almost got into Christy Rose right there. We got some people going on, something going on back here. Who is that? A lot of trucks all over the place. That's a 52. That's Casey Tomlinson. Not sure if maybe he got loose off the corner or what, but keeps it going. Great save. We stay green. Few drivers running the bottom. Wright's running the bottom. Heinzman on the bottom. Amanda Sherman on the bottom. We see Music still running the top. Cardullo is going to send it in down on Amanda Sherman. Side by side back here. That's for 4th. Man, there's just trucks all over the place. And I tell you what, Cardullo last pit on lap 72, so he has fresher tires than anybody right now up in the top 5. That's why he's making the moves he is right now, trying to get that track position to be able to control this thing once that final pit stop comes around. Little slide there out of Music coming off turn number 4. He keeps it straight. Great save out of the 09. Got Richter fighting Campbell right there, but you got Michael Murphy Jr. put a little slide job on Dorsey. That's Brian Dorsey, the number 9. He's trying to get back up to the top side of the racetrack. Now has a sight set on the 73 of Casey Campbell. There's nowhere to go right now for that number 97. He's got Corey Sherman who is inside as well. Back up to the front. It's Cody Heinzman, then Brett Wright and Landon Cardullo, 1, 2, 3. Music's hanging strong in 4th. And don't look now, here comes the number 18 of Harefield trying to get back up into this fight as well. .49 laps to go here at Kansas. The Twisted Twister 200. Something I haven't put up, ladies and gentlemen, the logo. You know, we got to show the logo. Gotta show the logo. I'll even make it a little bit bigger right now. Make sure y'all thank Mike Stiverson and Gary Bowman for sponsoring tonight's race. If not, it would not be broadcasted. Well, the 98, we have a caution, but just give you a quick update on the 98. He's back in 32nd. Problems for the 08, it looks like, but the 98 of Logan Truitt, he's back there in 31st now as he passed the 08. Big damage, so probably just trying to salvage anything he can right now. Ooh, Philip Van Fleet might have been involved with this one. I kind of saw that before we go back to the main here. No problem there, Kyle. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at the top of the screen there, the kind of red and blue truck. And let's see if it kind of starts right there. So that's Michael Murphy Jr. He gets big time sideways. I don't know if he saves it. He does. There's no way he saved that truck. Phillips saves it as well. So great job out of those guys. But this is kind of what, you know, everybody did a great job saving it. I think it was Higginbottom kind of had an issue. Yeah, he just didn't get the memo. Everybody checks up. Oh, man, 08 goes for a ride. That's Reed Wyman. What happened to Wyman? Almost did a kickflip right there. So, I mean, drivers involved with that one. I'm trying to kind of diagnose this one for you, ladies and gentlemen, but a lot kind of went down there. how much to sponsor a race? I tell you what, got to get with Tom Richter. And I believe they're covered up until, I forget what he said. He mentioned it tonight in the drivers meeting. But if you get with Richter, it's $50 to sponsor a race. That's how they're funding the broadcasting this season. So, what happened here? Yeah, I think really the biggest thing is this right here. Everybody checks up. Now, I'm not blaming Higginbottom. He obviously didn't get the memo in time. It's unfortunate what happened there, but I mean, that's also kind of on all the drivers, I'm going to say. Only reason I'm saying that, they can all key up and say, checking up, checking up, checking up. Right? So, Michael Murphy Jr. with a great save. I don't think he was the initial cause of that, because everybody who was behind him did a really good job. Because we can go up and we can go to Michael Murphy right here and back it up, right? So I think what happens, he gets loose right there. He's a little loose, not too bad. And I think the 9 and the 89 made a little contact, and that's what got him out of shape. But realistically, great save out of 97, because you see Dorsey right there behind him. He checks up. So there's no problem there. As you see, it's just a natural stack up. And like I said, Higginbottom was the last to get the memo. Kyle says 10-4 will definitely get with him on that. Yeah, definitely. Hit up Richter. Tom Richter, owner of Cyber Thunder Racing League. Like I said, that's kind of how they're paying for the broadcasting this year, is they're kind of just letting the drivers sponsor it, which I think is a cool idea. The biggest thing, this is a family-friendly network, so when you come up with the name of your race, please keep it respectful. That's the best way I can put it. There are children who do watch this. I have proof of that. When I broadcast the Front Row Esports, one of the drivers of that league, his son would watch every time they would race, and it was awesome. Got a video of him watching the race and cheering on his dad. It was actually really cool to see. So just keep that in mind. If anybody you're out there wanting to sponsor, just keep the name respectful here on True Sim Productions. You want to come in and have a good time and not have to worry about that kind of stuff, you need to tune into Race Chatter on Sundays. I believe they're starting it at noon now on Sundays. But Corey Sherman hosts that along with the co-owner of True Sim Productions, Tanner Marr. They do that every week. It's a great show. You know, it's called Race Chatter for a reason, right? It's explicit, so no children allowed to be watching that one. I'm pretty sure Corey will do shots for money too, so keep that in mind. We got 43 laps to go. Everybody came down pit road that last time by, so the cautions are flying at the right times for people like Heinzman and Cardullo, Harefield, Richter, Sherman, all them. Cautions are flying perfect. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, before we take the green, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Heinzman leads them down. Green flag back out in the air. apologize for that. You hover over one thing accidentally, and that's what happens. Battle for the race lead right now into 3 and 4. Cardullo on the bottom, gonna slide up in front of Heinzman. Heinzman tries to cross him back over, but can't make it happen. He got a little loose. Caution, gonna be back out on the speedway. I think this one might have been Ray Richer. Yeah, Ray, oh man, an overcorrect out of the 44. Man, you know what? What's really unfortunate is we actually got Ray on camera, kind of see his reaction. He doesn't look too happy, and you know what? I don't blame him. And we'll watch right here. You see him taking the gloves off. He knows his night's pretty much done. It's just an overcorrect on the 44. It's a shame. He was having a pretty good night too. All by himself. Everybody did a good job getting around him at the very least, and nobody else is involved. Yes, Ice 9 kills, Landonia. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Ice 9 kills. Let's get that out of the way since you saw my background. Big fan. But if you ask me, do I like Ice 9 kills? My answer would be no. Not really. Few of their songs. I tell you what, I tell everybody, because everybody's kind of obsessed with the Silver Scream, both of them, 1 and 2. You got to start with Every Trick in the Book, or The Predator Becomes Prey. You start with those and you like them, then move on to the Silver Scream. So cautions breed cautions. We got 40 laps to go here at Kansas. Oop. Playlist is getting dry. Need a few songs. Well, you, my friend, need to hit me up on Discord, because I'm actually a musician myself, and if there's one thing I know, it's music. I can point you in a direction and some good stuff. Yeah. Were you here at the beginning of the stream? That's the big question. I've been playing guitar for about 13, 14 years. This is why I love communicating with the chat while we're under caution. Played violin, ukulele, and piano. Piano is something I've always wanted to learn. I got a MIDI controller sitting right here that I use to mess around with and try and learn, but piano is very difficult, so I respect that. However, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, actually, I can play a little bit right now while we're sitting under caution. This is me and my buddy. We actually wrote this. Get hyped up for this next restart, huh? He's like, okay. We're currently working on vocals for it now. We're 1 lap to green. Let's get back to the race. Cardullo and Heinzman, these two have battled before. If I'm not mistaken, they're even on wins against each other. But it's always a great race when these two get around each other to fight for a win. What kind of guitar do I have? Well, I have 13 of them. But the one I use for that specific song is it's an Ibanez G10 series. G10, I think is what it's called. Nothing fancy. It's like a $250 guitar. It plays really well. Sometimes you don't need those expensive guitars to make good music. Just want to point that out there. Here we go. Cardullo fires them off. We're back underway. Forgot I had that. How about Harefield making a big move on the inside of Heinzman to take that second spot away? Heinzman's going to have a good run here, though, coming out of turn number 2. Cardullo got a little loose right there, it looked like. Maintains the race lead as we got 36 laps to go here at Kansas. How about this? How about Tom Richter? League owner up here battling for third, gets around Heinzman. Put the 34 up in the third position. Has the sight set on that number 18 now as we come out of turn number 4 to make it 35 laps to go. But Cardullo leads, and he is extending that gap quick and in a hurry, almost half a second over the 18. Not to mention the last time by, fastest lap of the race was Landon Cardullo with a 30.99. Okay, I see you out there. Got a Sinister Gates custom. That thing probably set you back a pretty penny. I'm trying to get a Dan Sugarman signature series myself. $3,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cardullo, Harefield, Richter, and Heinzman. Tell you what, don't count out this number 3, though. He's slowly creeping up there. Sitting back here in the top 5. Brett Wright, he's fallen back to 6th. Still a good run, though, up inside the top 10. Gary Bowman right behind him. One of tonight's sponsors. Shout out Gary Bowman. Up 24 positions since the drop of the green flag, sitting in 7th. Ed Jurgen right behind him in 8th, and Brian Dorsey in 9th in that number 9 Ford 150. Still needs a sponsor on that truck if anybody's trying to sponsor a truck. There you go. How many cautions have we had so far? I was honestly not keeping count. If we have another one, I'll bring up the tower and we can know for sure. It's got a -2 for the stages. I think we're at about 4 or so. 4 or 5, somewhere in that area. Bradley Murphy rounds out the top 10. Mike Stiverson right behind him, another sponsor of tonight's race. So shout out to Stiverson and Bowman for making it happen tonight. Amanda Sherman right behind him has fallen back to 12th. Now under pressure from Eric Anderson in that number 43. Matthew Semple up here, Wildman 2.0 in 15th. Stephen Music fell all the way back to 16th position in that 09, was leading some laps earlier. He's got Casey Campbell right behind him. Nathan Dufton in the 47, running in 18th. Michael Murphy Jr. in the 97, he's running 19th. He's under pressure from the 98 of Logan Truitt right now, who runs 20th. Behind him is the 41 of Andy Court. Tommy Fox right behind him in that 57 machine. Dave Gainforth in the 101. 23rd. Lone Dutchman Phil Van Fleet in 24th. Mike Donahue 25th. Casey Tomlinson in 26th. Shane Morris 27th. Rick Thompson not having a good night here at Kansas in the 76. He's back in 28th. Greg Mitchell involved in that caution not too long ago. He's back here in 29th. George Cushman in 30th. Doug Wysocki 31st. Fred Thompson all by his lonesome in 32nd. Christy Rose in 33rd. And Derek Paulson, not sure what happened to Paulson, but he's back out on the track still running. Last car running on the track is Derek Paulson in 34th. Back up to the front, we did have a lead change. I just wanted to go through the field, get everybody a little bit of camera time. Harefield now leads the way here with 28 laps to go. Lap times, the last time by, actually we'll wait until they cross the line this time, a little bit more accurate, because you see Cardullo trying to make a move on Harefield here. Last time by a 31.84 for Cardullo, a 31.86 for Harefield. So times are very close, but I want to point out that Heinzman in third was a tenth faster than the top two drivers last time by. And he is right there. Let's go on in-car and on board with Cody Heinzman. Trying to make a move. They work their way around the lap car of Fred Thompson. I tell you what, he's coming. He saved those tires a little bit longer. What does he do? Goes down to the bottom, looks to the inside. Looks like we're going to be 3 wide for the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead coming out of turn 4. Almost a little bit of contact. 25 laps to go. Heinzman can get them both right here. He's going to have to slide job him. Here we go. Down to the bottom. He's going to be able to clear Cardullo. I don't know about the 18 of Harefield. Has to give room to Harefield, who has a run down the back. Almost a little contact right there. They're playing with fire with that one. Absolutely some fan. Oh my God! Caution flag out. Cody Heinzman and Harefield involved. No way. We gotta get Cody's reaction, man. Look at that. He did not. Man, what? He looks angrier when he's racing than he does right now. What in the world? What just happened? They were running so good. What happened? Okay, here we go. We're going to watch it. You know, so here's the thing. I know Heinzman's naturally coming up off the corner, but when you come down almost 2.5 lanes, that's kind of on you. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say on that one, because even Cardullo got a piece of that. Actually, Harefield, Cardullo, Richter, Sherman, Jurgen, they all got a piece of this one. That is just... I mean, yeah, from the chopper, here one more time, from the chopper, you come down that much, you could call it a racing incident, but I mean, you know he's going to naturally come up off the corner. You gotta work with the guy a little bit. I'll let the chat decide. Who do you think's at fault, ladies and gentlemen? I think that actually blew the motor of the 38. Okay, so Richter and Sherman weren't involved. Oh, Jurgen. He wanted a piece of it on the infield. What? Let's go on board with Jurgen. That's just wrong place, wrong time. I'm getting a unanimous pretty much in the chat that the 18's at fault on that one, so... One more time. Like I said, Heinzman's naturally coming off the corner, right? That's how I look at it. The 18 doesn't have to, he doesn't have to go to the wall. We all know that too. But when you come down that much, I mean, you're kind of fighting fire with fire on that one. That's all I got to say. Well, a little turn of events here, which, by the way, there was somebody in chat who wanted to know how many cautions. This is our 10th caution, -2 for the stages. So that means it is our 8th caution of the evening. I didn't forget. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cody was coming up off the corner naturally. He's running that line all night long. Again, the 18 has the right to kind of hold Cody down a little bit lower, which I think might have been his intention. Obviously, it wasn't intentional. I think it was just a misjudgment, but that's kind of what it looks like. So we got somebody thinks that the 18 might have gotten loose. Well, we can confirm that. Let's go on board with the 18. How about it? I like the theory. However, you listen to the throttle, he never lifted. So, see, Cody's out and Jay says he's in the infield care center. We have one of those? Do we? Oh, okay, he's in the waiting room. All right, well, you know what? Oh, no, let's bring him up. Let's talk to him. If I can drag him up here. Cody Heisman, driver the number 28. Sam in the booth, got me?
Yeah, I got you, Sam.
All right, man. Well, we watched it a few times. Go ahead and tell me what you thought happened. Did you get a chance to watch it yet?
Yeah, I seen what happened. I mean, as soon as it happened, I kind of knew what had gone on there. It's kind of how you have to race these races. You know, the way I was coming, I kind of saved my tires on the first part of the run, so I was trying to really start hauling and get by him before pit stop started and everything. And in his position, he's got to do everything he can to try and hold on. So he wanted to pinch on the outside, and you know that's fine if you at least make it clear to the driver below you that you intend to pinch, kind of, you know, entry or middle at the very least. Kind of coming off of the wall like that, I felt was kind of where he went wrong. Like, I get it, pinching, I'm not going to get mad about pinching, but when you do it like that, it's pretty upsetting. You know, at the end of the day, for the most part, I've always had good racing with Chris, so I don't think it was, you know, nefarious by any means. It's a shame because we were coming and we made a really cool move 3 wide there, and well, hey, I guess we'll come back next week. I'll let you get back to calling this thing.
Well, real quick before we let you go, you did take a pretty heavy hit there. Is it going to get fixed and you get back out here to maybe salvage something?
No, I don't think so. The engine was fully cut off in the grass, like there was nothing. It was bad.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you have a better luck next week. Thanks for coming and talking to us.
Yep, you got it.
That was Cody Heisman, driver the number 28. You heard it here. Like I said, we looked at it again. He never lifted. I don't think he got loose at all there. It's just unfortunate, like he said. Rick Thompson tried a little strategy here as we're back to green with 20 laps to go. How about Cardullo? He's got some heavy damage on the right side of that truck. Doesn't really seem to be hurting him too much. As you see Richter trying to battle to take that race lead. Could Tom Richter get his shot at the playoffs here tonight? Don't count out this number 8. How about Gary Bowman? He's been quiet all night long. And here he is in the top 5, running 3rd. He's got Corey Sherman to deal with. Sherman's got to make some moves to get up front here. I'm surprised Cardullo's able to get around Richter. Now, man, Cardullo took a nasty hit. I mean, he took a really nasty hit. You see how the fenders pushed in on the right side of that truck. I don't know how that thing's able to stay out in the lead like that. And he's got to be pushing it. He came down in pit. He got fresh tires. I think what he's trying, because he just set the fastest lap of the race, a 30.9. Yeah, I don't know what his intentions are, because you see Richter's hanging with them. The thing is, if these two are pushing as hard as I think they are, you got Corey Sherman back there in 3rd. All Corey has to do is kind of back up, ease up a little bit, save those tires. 17 laps to go. Everybody's making it. He can come up and win this thing. Again, everybody in chat, thank you for your input. I love it. Love getting everybody's input on the Rex. We can talk about it, discuss it. It's great. Like I said, probably one of the only broadcasting networks out there that will do that. Oh, we got We got some fighting words out in chat. Kyle's saying that Mr. Chimichanga, he ain't going to lose. Well, he's doing a good job holding off Richter right now. But the 34 is there. Don't count him out. They're running identical lap times right now. $15 laps to go. Richter's there. You see him kind of running a little bit lower. He's going to try and cut off the corner, straighten out that corner off the exit. He's trying to get a run, trying to get some air to the nose of that truck. Again, downforce on the nose to be able to get that thing to turn. I painted the winning scheme. It hasn't won yet. Don't get overzealous and, don't get ahead of yourself now. It hasn't won yet. We get another caution. Anything can happen. Not to mention, Corey's back here. He's running some good lap times right now. Actually, Sherman was as fast as the leader last lap. Chicken was here before the egg. I got you. All right, I see you. Out of turn 4, 13 laps to go at Kansas. Richter's starting to lose a little bit. Last time by, it was pretty identical, though. 31.42 for Cardullo, 31.45 for Richter. See the gap right there. Battle for first. But as soon as I bring the battle box up, something I haven't used in a while, they're going to go and wreck. We're going to have another caution. Looks like may have been Andy Cork involved with this one. Let's go back and take a look. Rick Thompson gets up into the wall, and Cork got into the 12. So the big thing with this, Cork has no idea that Thompson got in the wall. If anything, I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put that on the 76. Because the thing is, you get into the wall, you got to keep it in the wall. You can't hit the wall, right, and then come back off the wall. You up and get in the wall, you got to stay into the walls. I'd put that on the 76 all day. If I was doing race control and we had to give fault to somebody, it'd be on the 76 all day. And he knows that because there's another league that I used to do RC in that he raced. He knows that rule. But I understand why he did it. You get into the wall, the first thing is you got to crank it. You want to crank it off the wall. But once you get into the wall, you got to leave it in there and make sure you got the room, because as soon as you pull it off the wall, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. That thing comes off real quick, right? And you almost shoot down 3 lanes. We just saw it happen right there. We're going to take one more look at it. Wall, pulls it off. Nowhere for the 12 to go, nowhere for the 41 to go. 41 gets in the 12. I put that on the 76. That's how I look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. See, I see Kyle out there says it's a racing incident. So the thing with the racing incidents is they do happen. I will agree with that. The thing I've been noticing, I don't know if anybody is a part of the Facebook groups, the iRacing Facebook groups. That's like everybody's go-to. Somebody's at fault 95% of the time. Is that how I've always looked at it? Anytime I've done race control, that's how I've looked at it. Someone's at fault. Or the other big one. Oh man, I'm sorry, that was net code. And it's like maybe 2 inches. We race online, that's gonna happen. Somebody moved more than the other person. See what I'm saying? So the biggest thing here is we got 10 laps to go. There's a lot of trucks still on the lead lap, and I think that's the biggest issue. But you got a few drivers who decided, hey, I'm coming down pit road. I'm going to get 4 fresh tires. I'm going to try and make up some spots. And that started back with Brett Wright in the 54. He's back here with Amanda Sherman right behind him. 4 fresh tires for both of these drivers on lap 123. Anything can happen, but I'll tell you right now, it's go time. You got to run qualifying laps for the next probably 8 laps, unless we get the 1 to green right here. If we get the 1 to green right here, it'll be 8 laps to go when we take the green. Gonna re-rack them, restack them. 38 of Cardullo with damage on the right front. Richter clean and clear. And Corey Sherman in 3rd. And Gary Bowman in 4th. How about call him Mr. Quiet, because he was the same way last week. Top 5 right now. Matthew Semple, last week's winner. He can make something shake in this. All I know is that this restart is gonna be wild. Ladies and gentlemen, don't change that channel. Here we go. Down to the restart zone. Cardullo fires him off. Good restart by Sherman as well. He gets clear of Richter. Down into 1 and 2. Sherman's going to have to come down. He's got to run that low line this first lap. He's got to build that momentum up. But they can't run side by side for long, or Cardullo's just going to run away with it. Where does everybody go now? Richter down to the bottom. 3 wide for the race lead. Out of turn 4. Still 3 wide for the race lead. Richter down on the bottom, Sherman in the middle, Cardullo up top. They're giving plenty of room. They're doing a good job right now. It's side by side now. Still 3 wide for the race lead. They cannot get clear of each other. Sherman's going to back out, and caution comes out one more time. I don't know what happened or where it's at. Got Jurgen spun around. Amanda Sherman with heavy damage. Oh, no. Oh no, what happened? Just like a real NASCAR race. Hey, they don't disappoint. I'll give them that. Not NASCAR. I meant Cyber Thunder. NASCAR sucks nowadays. Anyway, what happened here? Who is that? The 70? Yeah, the 70 of Mike Donahue. Let's go on board with him. So it looks like he might have just gotten loose, or maybe make contact with the 74 here. So it looks like he just kind of comes up the track, gets into the 74, and nowhere to go for the 41 again. Mitchell involved with this one. Sherman nowhere to go. Everybody else trying to avoid it. Rick Thompson got a piece of it. How'd Rick Thompson get a piece of it, man? He's way back here. Well, 12's trying to avoid it. And yeah, Rick Thompson just broke the right front right there. You see it shot all the way up the track. Jurgen also got some of this. He's way back here. I think he just gets on the brakes to avoid it. Yeah. He's trying to avoid it. 52 kind of comes down. But the big, what really happened is this right here. Man, that's unfortunate for Amanda. She just got fresh tires too. Could have made up some good positions, a lot of ground, but gets involved with this one. Cautions breed cautions, ladies and gentlemen. This one ain't over yet. And somehow Cardullo hangs on to the lead. Gonna be 1,000 cautions at the end. No, I wouldn't say that. However, Coda did have 1,800 incident points. It's not a lie either. Anything can still happen. We saw 3 wide for the race lead. All right, I'll ask the chat. I didn't want to. I don't want to do the broadcaster's curse. Are we going to see overtime or not? Yes or no? That's all I need is yes or no. Well, Andoni out in chat thinks there's going to be. Anybody else? Being the broadcaster, I'm going to say no. It's going to be an all-natural green-white checkered right now. They're going to come around, get 2 to go on the green, come around, get the white flag, and all they got to do is get to that white flag. But this ain't over. I'll tell you that right now. This is not over. Oh, Kathy Richter out in chat with the $3 super chat. Tom's giving me heart failure. Well, I'll tell him that. Thank you for the $3, Kathy. Appreciate it. Before they go green, ladies and gentlemen, again, pin in the chat and in the description. Red Cross donation link. Help the people who are involved in that hurricane. Because this is going to get wild. Here we go. Who is your money on tonight? Restart zone. Cardullo fires him off. Another good restart for Sherman. You see Bowman really pushing Richter. Down into 1 and 2. Sherman's got Richter clear. Sherman's got a really good run on Cardullo. This is about to get interesting. Big wreck behind him. Not over yet. It's not over yet. We're just going to do it real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Who or what caused this one? So they're 3 wide back here. The 74 again kind of comes down. I'm going to say again. I don't want to say that. Wasn't it? Whoa, they wanted a piece of that. Who was? Whoa. But you're 3 wide. I mean, you back here racing for 2011th. What are we doing, guys? Come on. Got to give there's no reason for that, in my opinion. That could have 100% been avoided. Who made it 3 wide? Well, that's a good question. Let's go find out. Who made it 3 wide? Looks like the culprit might have been Truett. Yep. But it's not his fault. You can make it 3 wide. There's nothing wrong with that. But why are you going to pinch the guy who, who you know is in the middle 3 wide? I know iRacing, the spotters on iRacing are not really good at giving the 4 wide call, but they definitely got 3 wide, you're on top call right here. Because, I mean, yeah, the 74 just comes down, gets into the 98 and pushes him down. Yeah, 74 pinched him all the way down. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. What happened to Cushman though? Cushman in the 52. See, Cushman is on the bad end of that. That's Casey Tomlinson right there. That's twice he's done this. I know he's trying to avoid a wreck. You really gotta pay attention to who's around you. The best thing to do is just start to slow down. It's on a 74 without a doubt. 74 fault for that one. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, he was involved with the last one as well, but I think that I think it was the 70 and the 74 that got involved. I think the 70 came up more than the 74 came down. But yeah, you're 3 wide. Like, there's really no reason to pinch like that when you're 3 wide. Especially for, as I like to call it, 2011th. And they had me all excited. I'm curious. This is nobody who took tires late has made it into the top 10 yet either. I want to point that out. So realistically, they're not going to get there. They might be able to gain a couple of spots on them fresher tires, but they're not going to be able to get up towards the front like I thought might have happened earlier. Still Cardulo, Mr. Chimichanga. I like the little touch of Deadpool carrying a chimichanga. That's a nice little touch on that. All right, Cardulo is going to take the outside. He's going to put Sherman on the inside. He's got Richter behind him, and Mr. Quiet, Matthew Semple, he's up there in third. Well, fourth, technically, sorry. Anything can still happen, ladies and gentlemen. We could get another caution. Now, the one thing I have not discussed with Tom, the league owner, is how many green-white checkered attempts they actually get. This would be number 1. Last one was an all natural. It just fell that way. This time we're in overtime. Thank you, Cody, out in chat. So this is attempt number 1. Corey's got to get up closer to him, man. He's got to get up side by side. He's in VR. I know he is. Here we go. Down to the restart zone. Who's your money on, ladies and gentlemen? Green, white, checkered here at Kansas. Let's go overtime racing. Good launch for Sherman. Good launch for Cardulo as well. But remember, Cardulo has that damage. Down into 1 and 2. They single file out. Matthew Semple looking for 2 in a row here. Corey's got the run, looking to the inside. Side by side for the race lead in turns 3 and 4. Corey Sherman on the bottom. They door a little bit, coming out of 4. Cardulo up top. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great finish. Here we go. Down into 1 and 2. It's still side by side for the race lead. Sherman down on the bottom. Cardulo up top. Semple's down there as well, right behind these guys. Sherman's got to come up and try and side draft. He does side draft a little bit. They make a little bit more contact. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Sherman's going to have to make a big move and get his foot in the gas quick. Cardulo's going to have to run. He slides up in front of him. What a move out of Corey Sherman down across the line. Corey Sherman's going to take home the win here at Kansas. What a finish. What just happened? That was just absolutely insane. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, real quick before we do interviews, I'm rewinding it. We'll go back. We'll take a look at it one more time. Just give me a minute here to get it rewound. I'm trying to, at least. Yeah, I might not be able to get it, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. I'm trying. Sometimes these programs don't like to cooperate with me, which I do apologize for. But how about that finish while we're trying to get that pulled back up so we can watch it one more time? I mean, that I didn't think he had him cleared. I really didn't. Yeah, Michael Murphy Jr., good job. Top 10 for the number 97 for all you Michael Murphy Jr. fans out in chat. All right, we got it right here. Bring it back up. So we're going to watch it on the far chase, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Watch this. I did not think he had him cleared, but he gasses it, and he said, I'm coming up. They made contact. They definitely made some contact, actually. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do to win. Nobody wrecked. I don't know if Cardulo's happy about it or not, but man, that was awesome, man. Matthew Semple, we're calling him Mr. Quiet. He come home in 3rd, man. That's a great run out of Matt. So here's what we got to do next. We got to bring everybody up. We got to start these post-race interviews. So let's start with the number 24 tonight. That's Matthew Semple. Man, we're calling you Mr. Quiet because we didn't talk about you a whole lot all night long. You come home in 3rd place, but you had a chance to take home 2 in a row. Walk me through your race and how you managed to pull off this third spot.
Thanks. The start of the race kind of went a bit iffy at the beginning, and then we just kind of worked away. And I followed Heinzman there when he got sent to the back, and that helped me a lot to figure out this track. So I followed him for, I don't know, a full fuel run or something like that, and then I kind of figured out how to get fast here, and then just started doing that and ended up P3.
Well, like I said, man, I think we're going to call you Mr. Quiet from now on because you were just nowhere to be found, and then all of a sudden here you are in the top 5 battling for a race win. You got the win last week. You locked yourself into the playoffs. You come home in 3rd place tonight. It's got to feel good to get a good points night tonight.
Yeah, I was talking with my buddy who kind of crew chiefs for me and whatnot, and that's what I was saying to him the whole time. I'm like, we just need to get good points, like good finishes now, get good points. Not necessarily another win. If we get one, great, but we just need to have good finishes and strong finishes, and that's what we got tonight.
Great performance out of that number 24. Who you got to thank for making it all happen?
My wife for letting me do this on Tuesdays, my buddy, and of course you for streaming this, and the sponsor for the race today and this league. This wouldn't happen without all that, so really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun.
All right, man. Come home in third place tonight. Congratulations again, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Matthew Semple in the number 24 tonight. Last week was the 16. I think he's normally the 16, so we'll just say 16. But coming home in third. Next up, excuse me. We got to bring him up. That's number 38, Landon Cardullo. We're calling you now Mr. Chimichanga. I got the new paint scheme, and everybody's saying that you're Chimmy out in chat. So you come home in second tonight, man. You were involved in a wreck earlier on between when Harefield and Heinzman got involved. Did that kind of affect the way the truck was handling there? And walk me through that last lap between you and Sherman.
Yeah, absolutely. All in all, good race. This Ford Silverado 1500 definitely had a good truck tonight. Got up in, like you said, that damage from Cody and Chris, and had about 50 seconds of damage there, and decided not to take it because this track you definitely need some field position. So thought we had the truck to beat. Honestly, I didn't think. When I was trying to hold off Tom the last 15 laps or so, he'd catch up to me, but I get him in the corner. But just those cautions kind of hurt me with that damage, and Corey raced me clean there, and we had a good battle towards the end.
I was gonna say, how'd it look from your view? Because he tried to pull a late slider on you, and you guys made a little contact. So no harm, no foul there on your end.
No, it's the last lap, last corner. If if he slid up and. I wasn't going to let off either way, so if he was in the wall, it's racing, but, we both would have done the same thing.
Well, hey, man, you're already locked into the playoffs as well. How do you, you come home, you get second place, good points tonight for you. How do you feel about going into the next couple of races?
I feel great. Being in this league, I've done really, really good so far, and I think I've only had one DNF, and that was Vegas, which wasn't my fault. But we've had top 10 finishes, the past races that I've had. So we feel good. The team feels good. I feel good. We got Darlington next week, I believe, I really like that track a lot. I think we're building momentum, which is huge.
That's really what you need, especially in a playoff format style series. Well, hey, man, you come home second place here tonight. Again, a great points night for you. Who you got to thank on 38 for making it all happen?
I got to thank my friends, my teammates. They're like brothers to me. I call them teammates. There's no teams in this league. But Logan, Jacob Zala, his dad Jay, he watches, big supporter. My buddy Kyle, he's in here. He made me this scheme. Now that you guys know the story of the chimichanga thing, it's not a proud one, but it's good to look at and it's funny. So them, and I want to thank you. Such an awesome broadcast once again, one of the best that I've ever heard. And then obviously the race sponsor for putting this on. We wouldn't be here without them. So.
All right, man. Hey, congratulations again on second place, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds good. See ya.
Landon Cardullo in the number 38 coming home in second place. Now, I know he's going to be happy tonight. We're going to bring him up. Race winner tonight, Corey Sherman, locking himself into the playoffs with a late race run. Corey, walk me through the last lap.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Yeah. Well, geez. I saved my tires that one run with Tom and Landon got out there a little bit. Running the low line actually saved tires a lot more than the high line. So we were doing that most of the race. And, I kept getting around there. I saw Landon had a little bit of damage and made their way up to second and just got the perfect run and was able to hold him off.
So did you think you had a shot? I mean, we know that Landon has a little bit of damage, but he was doing a pretty good job holding you guys off around 15 to go. So what was your thoughts? Were you just excited that you were getting the cautions and you had another chance to kind of fight up and go for it?
No, I wasn't, especially when I was in second. I didn't want to do any more restarts. I don't like restarts. But I was getting huge runs into one coming off of two. So, that helped out a lot.
Well, hey, man, you lock yourself into the playoffs here tonight.
Yeah.
So we go into Darlington next week. Now, I know in another league you have a win there, so how do you feel about going to Darlington?
I think that's my first official win I got in the truck at Darlington, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I'm actually sponsoring the race. Putting from the Rough is sponsoring the race, so it's throwback night too. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get a top 10.
All right, man. Well, hey, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you want to go celebrate. So who you got to thank on number 3 for making everything happen?
Well, first I gotta thank you for doing the broadcast. You do a great job every week. True Sim Productions. Everybody, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're over what, 700 now?
700. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Priority Auto, Savage Edge, my teammates, Brett, Cody, Philip, and Amanda. Everybody's running up front for most of the night, and then yeah, stuff just happened out there. But yeah, fun racing. Tom for running the league, and everybody in the league. Great group of guys in here, and my wife. Shout out to Amanda Sherman for letting me race, and I got her addicted to it, so it makes it a lot easier.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. Hey, man, congratulations again on winning tonight. I'll let you guys celebrate, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
That was Corey Sherman, ladies and gentlemen, your winner for tonight. And I tell you what, yeah, it may have had a lot of cautions tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, the finish is what matters, and they did not disappoint. They never do, especially here. So, you know, thank you again for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night. If you haven't already, again, the link is pinned in the chat and also in the description of this video. Go donate $1, $2, whatever you got. Something you can manage. Doesn't got to be a lot, but donate to the Red Cross. Let's help those hurricane victims. You know, let's help them out, shall we? As soon as the stream's over, I'm going to probably go and donate $10 myself just to help out. But congratulations on Corey Sherman getting the win. It was, again, a great finish nonetheless. Let me go ahead and get the official results up on the screen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, at least up to the top 18. You got Corey Sherman, Landon Cardullo, Matthew Semple, Tom Richter, and Gary Bowman, top 5. Shout out Gary Bowman, one of the race sponsors tonight, for getting a top 5. Definitely good performance at him. And, you know, Mike Stiverson as well for top 10 finish. 2 sponsors for tonight who made the broadcast happen. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in again tonight on True Sim Productions. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. With that one, I'll see you later. See you next week at Darlington Throwback Night. Be there and don't miss it.